Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is the continuation of the book Laws of the Spirit World. If you do not know, just go through my previous videos. Here, Vispi is explaining how he died and the realms of the spirit world. He is explaining about the spirit world so that you can understand how we live here and what a wonderful spirit world can be if you follow God's elementities, laws, and lead to good life. We would also like to tell you what lower realms are like, what evil souls should expect, and what good souls can expect. Let's start from our death so that we can explain to you what happened, how we went to the spirit world, and where the spirit world is. We were traveling in car, slow and steady, as we had to free an engine which we had worked on a few hours earlier. We were driving home on the right way, and as I wispy slowly drove the car, I realized that all the others were sleeping. I slowed down some more as the road were so bad that a bumpy ride might have woken everyone up. We drawn towards our earth home, but at the time I never realized, of course, that my brother Ratoo and I were actually moving towards our real heavenly spirit world home. All of a sudden, a terrible form, black, huge, and horrible, came in my way. I swerved the car a little to my left and tried to apply the brake, but the brake failed and I saw a tree ahead of me. The car smashed into that tree. Then I saw myself outside of my physical body. I saw my physical body lying on the grass and I realized I was no longer in my physical body. But in my body, I also realized that I felt no pain or discomfort. That's when I knew I was died to the earth world. I looked all around me and saw no one. A shout escaped from my lips. Oh God, no one has come to welcome me to the spirit world. After a few seconds, I noticed a soul standing beside me and I was overjoyed as he looked like my brother Ratoo. I hugged and kissed him and said, Ratoo, at least we are together. The soul smiled and said, Wispy, I am not Ratoo. Ratoo is over there, still breathing in his physical body. I looked down at Ratoo, but the other soul looked so similar that I pleaded, whoever you may be, please, for God's sake, save Ratoo. Don't let him die on earth, as my mom and dad will be alone. We will look after them. He very kindly told me, Wispy, my dearest, it's not in our hands, it's in God's hand. And Wispy, I am your grandfather. So was my mom's father, whom we used to call Papa or Popsy. I had not recognized him as he was much younger looking than when he had died in 1974. At the time of his passing, he was 93 years old and now in 1980. When we left Earth, he looked about 30 years old and somewhat like my brother Ratoo. I hugged him and requested him again to do something to save Ratoo. Papa explained again, Wispy, my dearest, it's not at all in our hands. Just let us pray to God, as I am also feeling miserable about this. What will my dearest daughter do without you two? As we joined our hands in prayer and said, Oh God, Ratoo came out of his physical body too. We stood there, sad and miserable, thinking of my mom and dad. Ratoo saw me and then noticed his smashed up car, but he did not see his physical body lying on the grass. He shouted at the top of his voice. He had a loud voice. I heard his same early voice, but much louder. What have you done to my car? Then he saw Papa and recognized him. Papa, you are here? Where I am, Papa? You are died. I heard his same early voice, but much louder. What have you done to my car? Then he saw Papa and recognized him. You are here? Where I am? What have you done to my car? He explained that we were dead to the earthward. Like me, Rato also said, Oh God, what will happen to my mummy and daddy? We sat staring at our physical bodies, wondering if there was a way for us to go back into our bodies for the sake of our dearest mom, dad, and Gina. At that time, some of our friends and relatives also came, and we all prepared to go together. There was a high god soul with us who said, Vispi, Ratoo, close your eyes, and we felt as if we are going up at great speed. Then we arrived at our destination. We were asked to open our eyes, and we saw the most wonderful place, our beautiful spirit world home.